My biggest advice when it comes to serving foster families is just to stay. Stay the course for them. Stay with them because the foster care journey is such an emotional roller coaster and they need you. They need people in their corner.
Welcome to Dream Small, where we believe God does big things through the small and everyday faithfulness of His people. I'm Jason.
And I'm Whitney. We're a family of 8 who's fostered, adopted, and stumbled our way through learning that small, everyday choices can change lives.
In a world that tells you to chase big, we dare you to dream small.
Because you know what? It's not about chasing fame. It's about choosing faithfulness. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dream Small. It is officially the start of Foster Care Awareness Month. And if you're not listening live, that's the month of May. If you're listening in December and you're like, oh, really? It is? No, it's not. But we're recording this in May, and Foster Care Awareness Month is for the entire month of May, along with a lot of other really fun things, especially if you live in the state of Indiana. Right, Jason?
May is a very fun month in our state, yes.
And it's my birthday month.
That's the reason why it's the most fun.
Obviously.
It's your birthday. And Bray Bray's birthday.
I was going to say, fun fact, our almost 4-year-old son and I share a birthday, which is super fun. He was born on my 40th birthday, so now y'all know how old I am too. But if you ask our kids, they'll tell you 27, and you believe it. And don't ask questions.
What are you grateful for today? I am grateful for Grammy getting here tomorrow and helping big time backup. I'm grateful for Grammy.
That will be super big time backup.
Hopefully it doesn't mean another kid shows up, but it could.
No, we're saying no right now. Remember, I can't help. So
yeah, we have a history when Grammy shows up, a kid shows up too. But this time is different. She's coming out to help me with the kids and help Whitney with her recovery and just be another set of hands. And she arrives tomorrow afternoon, and I am super excited.
It'll be super helpful. I'd say the one thing I'm grateful for is one of our dear friends, Ashley, set up a meal train for us. And that has been a huge blessing thus far in my recovery, especially honestly because, people sign up for meals, but then on the off days or there's been a couple times when a meal hasn't been able to arrive, which is fine. Life happens. I get that more than anyone, right? But other people donated gift cards and also just financial donations. So we've been able to easily feed our kids without having to stress about meal prep,
for 10
grocery
days.
Shopping. It has been a beautiful thing. So I'm very grateful for that.
That's a really good almost segue into what we're going to talk about today.
That wasn't even planned.
Well done. Today, we are going to go through ideas. Well, first, we're going to start with how people have served us over our time as foster parents. Real life, real examples from us. And then we're going to dive into some ideas that we looked up on the internets and the interwebs, because I'm not creative ideas on how you can serve foster families. But before we dig into those ideas, a couple data points I wanted to share with you.
Well, I think we need to preface it with the reason we are sharing the data points we are about to share is because it is imperative that those who are not able or called to foster jump in and wrap around those who are fostering, because fostering is hard and holy work, and we were not ever meant to do it alone. We need the support of our community, of our family, and our friends to keep saying yes, and for our own family, right, to continue thriving. So that's why we're sharing what we're sharing.
There are roughly 200,000 licensed foster homes in the United States against roughly 400,000 kids in foster care.
I mean, I'm no math wizard, but you're talking 50% there, right?
Well done. 1 out of every 2.
That is hard to hear.
I also looked up, generally speaking, out of total homes in the U.S., how many are foster homes? And the data rolls up to roughly 1 out of every 600 homes is a foster home.
So you're talking about 0.15%?
You are so good at quick math in your head. That is amazing.
That was impressive, right?
Cheat code. It's in the notes. Anyway.
Cheat code. He uses ChatGPT for Wordle, you guys. I caught him last week.
So is it funny
and I've
that
never felt more cheated on.
I think you did when I got Wendy's. Without you knowing. I think you were more upset with me then. So it's funny. This math I did in my head. I've confirmed it with a calculator, but this math I did in my head.
Well done.
But this is the point. My brain is very much wired for math. So we're going to share ideas and real life examples of how you can serve foster families. We know a lot of people want to serve, want to help, and sometimes it really comes down to, I'm not sure how to help. So we're going to...
we got you, boo.
We got you. We're going to take that one away. Before we go on the list, one thing I want to challenge foster parents. A lot of this is going to be for non-foster folks and foster parents. If we don't cover something where you've been blessed with, please share it with us on our socials or on this comment on the episode of how people have blessed you. And two things I'm going to challenge my foster families to do. One, create a list of ways people can help you. I know it sounds arrogant. I know it sounds weird. It's very anti what we typically want to do. But when people say, hey, how can I help? If you're like us, we usually go, we're good. A, you can always use help. And B, people want to help. So give them that blessing. So take the time when you're not pressed for an answer and really look it up, sit down, write down some ideas on what people can do.
That's a great idea, Jason. Yeah. I'm curious where our list is.
We've never done one. That's what made me think. Because I was thinking of you and people.
Pro tip from the not pros.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's a lot of our wisdom comes from us failing. By the way, I think you guys have probably learned. It is
really good advice, though. That would have come in handy so many times over the years.
If people say, "How can I help you?" You can just go. You can just go to a Google Doc that you
screenshot it, right? And then it feels less like needy, less like, "Oh, I really need this." You're like, "Here's some ideas."
Create a list of how people can help.
Share this list that we give you guys.
Sure, right? We're going to create a list. We're going to publish it. Watch our socials. We'll be sharing the list throughout the month of May. So create a list of things people can do to help, and two, create an Amazon wish list of how people can help provide physically for your family. People want to help. Like, make it easy for them to help.
Yeah, people want to bless you. And if they don't, it's probably because they don't realize the hard that you're sitting in and falling asleep in and waking up in every single day. And if you put yourself out there to expose a little bit of that vulnerability, I promise you people will want to come alongside you because they care about you.
I know we have seen people really help us just because we share our journey with them. A lot of our foster friends have been much more private than us. Obviously, that's their choice. And I'm grateful we were public because a lot of people have helped us who would never have had the opportunity, and some of the blessings we received because of it have been amazing. Yeah. So before we get into the ideas, if you are listening, like the podcast, review it, share it. So I see our listenership going up, but I don't see people following our shows anymore. Or that number of follows isn't going up, or reviews isn't going up.
We have like the same 5 people listening over and over and over again.
I hope not. So please rate the show. Please review it if you can, and share it if you can. It really helps with visibility. It helps make our podcast more legit. All right, we're done with all that. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into it.
How have people served us over our 8 years of foster care?
It has now officially been 8 years of foster care, by the way. Like, we've hit that mark.
We're going to go through these quick.
I wonder
Otherwise, hold on. We're going to go through these quick, because if we don't go through these quick, this is going to be a 7-hour podcast episode.
Okay. I just wonder how many foster families can say they've made it 8 years.
Well, I know 2.
Right.
Us and the Cortezes.
Yeah. Yes. And I actually know several personally, but
not a lot.
I'm just thinking, you guys, this list that we're about to share, this is the stuff that genuinely makes families foster longer. And that's why we have been extremely blessed. And we are not sharing this list to brag. We are sharing this list to show how much our community over the years has shown up and loved on us so well.
We still wouldn't be doing it for 8 years without these people doing what
there are
done.
Many times we would have quit and said, absolutely not, no way, we're done, had we not had this kind of support. So we share this, and we share these examples of being blessed and served because it has made a difference in our journey. So if you're listening and you're one of these people that have stepped in and served us in one of these ways, thank you.
the kids that have been in our home, thank you. The kids that are in our home now, thank you. I don't think you realize what big steps, what big things you've done.
We have been like looking at this is not even an exhaustive list.
Makes you tear up with all of it.
We made quite a list, and like I said, this isn't even exhaustive.
All right, let's roll. So. Biggest thing, obvious thing, meals, lots and lots.
I mean, yeah, you're talking several meal trains over the years.
So I put 100 plus. Do you think it's close to 1,000?
No,
500,
maybe in the middle there.
So 8 years times 365. That's, we
haven't had a meal every day.
Close to 3,000 meals total. I bet it's between 200 and 300.
Yeah, I'd go about 250 probably.
Yeah, that's incredible.
But here's
almost like that's 2/3 of a year of it. I know you're going to go wander off in the beaten woods and say something and make this long. I'm trying to keep it going.
I keep trying to talk about the meals.
Welcome.
So here's the thing. The meals come in the form of meal trains a lot of the time. But we have people who just choose to randomly bless us with a meal. Like, hey, I have extra food from cooking. Can I bring it to you? Yes. Hey, I would love to sign up to bless your family with Domino's one night every month. How does that sound?
Wonderful.
Yes. So there's meal trains that are the most laid out option, specific. I can't think of the word. Structured way to go. And for a very specific reason or cause, typically when we take in a new placement.
Or you have hip surgery.
Or I have hip surgery or cancer or whatever. Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's keep it exciting. Or there are kind of those like one-off meals where people just genuinely want to bless us. It's
been awesome. One meal that specifically sticks in my head, because actually usually people do it when I need help. Now that I'm realizing sitting here, I didn't think of that ahead of time, but a lot of times it's when I need help.
Yeah, no one ever does it when mom needs help.
I don't know if it was COVID year or 2021. You were sick, and our friends Ray and Angie brought me a big old honking Thanksgiving plate of food because we didn't cook that day because...
Was that a day I was in the hospital with a kid?
I don't remember the specifics. I just remember, as you guys have probably picked up on a theme in our show, our friends Angie and Ray, again, provided a giant Thanksgiving meal. All right. Right now, we have a lady every Saturday that comes at 10:30, picks up our little Leah girl, takes her to gymnastics.
We've talked about that before, too, yeah.
And then brings her home almost every single Saturday. Yeah. She disrupts her weekend to help us. And she has a family. She's active, like...
Full-time professional. Yeah. And to kind of piggyback off of that, we have another dear friend who's pretty much adopted our family, and she helps out every single morning with our kids and getting Brayden off of school. We have 4 children going to 3 different schools in the morning, so it's a little bit chaotic.
It's 5 kids right now.
5 right now, yes. So she really helps out with that, and she actually blesses me outside of surgery time. She's blessing us extra right now, but normal time, she blesses me with every other Tuesday morning. She watches the littles for me to give me a breather, let me go do whatever errands I need to do kid-free, which is awesome. Now that I'm recovering and unable to care for little people, she is all in with our family and devoting her entire day from 8 a.m. to 4:30 to help with our littles, which is a ginormous blessing. So she sees needs and she goes for it, which has been, I can't even thank her enough.
You can't articulate.
Right?
You can't not put it in words.
I can't articulate how grateful we are.
Another thing somebody did for us during COVID, we had a care community, and they all Card My Yard. That is the name of the company, and locally does it. But they decorated our yard, balloons, streamers, all the things. So a 5 or 6 year old little girl walked out on the front porch, and out in the front yard is a huge happy birthday set. Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was really special. Another thing that came to mind is we had a group from our church over to our house, a care community, back early on when we were fostering.
So this is the same group that did the yard, is the same group that did the sticks?
No.
Yeah.
No. I will fight you on this. No, it's not. This is a different group. This was our very first care community through Mount Pleasant, and we had our meet and greet at our house. And it was Dante's sons. They went outside and picked up all the sticks out front.
Then we've had sticks picked up twice.
One was COVID. This was not COVID.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about 2 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next bullet point is pick up the yard during. Okay.
Yes, this is different. We had teenage, middle school age boys. Their families were at our house for like a meet and greet dinner, and they just went outside and picked up all of our sticks out front and put them in a pile for us.
That was awesome.
And it was springtime, right? So it was very helpful. Like I said, we've had one friend help with school transportation a lot. Like I said, school, none of our kids ride buses either. So it's a lot. And we've had one friend who consistently for nearly an entire school year picked up our kids and drove them to school in the morning for us to save that drive and the hassle of getting little people out throughout the winter, which was a huge blessing.
Another thing people have done, I'm going to combine these.
Well, can I say one more thing about the school thing quick?
Sure.
The great thing about the school thing was it was something that was easy for her to do. She was already going there. So it wasn't super out of her way to do it. It was out of her way. It was a good 5 minutes out of her way. However, just the fact that she saw that that was a way that she could serve, that would help us a lot, right? That wasn't like super cumbersome on her. The rides to school were a lot more cumbersome because our kids,
they're a lot.
They could be a lot, but yes.
Yes. Babysitting and respite. Anytime you can do that, that's amazing. So babysitting's date night. Hey, let me sit at home with a kid while you're taking a kid to an appointment.
Which happens so much.
Which happens a lot when you have medically fragile kids coming from foster care. You would be shocked at the number of appointments. Like, we probably don't go a whole week without an appointment of some sort. Granted, we have 6 kids, so
right.
Babysitting during that, babysitting for date nights, babysitting for church meetings, babysitting for school meetings, just
babysitting just to get to go to church, right? Yeah. Like if we have sick kids and we have obligations.
My mom has done that the last 2 or 3 weekends. We've had a random sick kid here or there, and she's come over so that, well, last weekend she came over so I could go to church while you were healing.
Yeah.
Today she came over because we had a sick kid, and you still can't take care of kids. So
right.
That was fantastic. And respite, longer term, so we can get nights away or take a kid to give the family a chance to breathe. Anytime you can take a kid or kids away from mom and dad so mom and dad can breathe a little bit easier, however that looks, it's incredibly grateful.
Another really easy way to bless a foster family that we have been the recipient of is hand-me-down clothing. Like, we have received clothing for nearly all ages and sizes, and it is such a blessing because y'all know clothing is not cheap and kids grow out of it quick, and to be able to tap into that reservoir instead of buying all the time, huge relief on us. So that has been an ongoing blessing.
Yeah, if you ever need to get rid of clothes, ask a local church, ask somebody, hey, is there any foster families around? They'll say yes, and then you can figure, and then they'll help you get connected to who you need to get to. If they can't accept it, I'm willing to bet they know somebody who can. Where are we at? So this, I'm going to talk about this for Whitney. Do you want to talk about it? Or do you want me to talk
Which
about
one
it for you? The notes.
Yes, the one underneath the hand-me-down clothes, I was going to let you talk about since that was directly a blessing for you.
Yeah, so we got a set of bunk beds, and did we buy them from Aaron and them, or did we?
No,
did
we
they
got
give
them from Julie from the church.
We got them from a lady at our church, and then one of our pastors. I forget, did he come over just to help, or were they here? Yeah, he came over to help me assemble these bunk beds.
His wife came over to hang out with me. He came to help you with that purpose.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So I could have figured it out, but it would have been probably throwing things and trying not to cuss.
Lots of little metal pieces. Yeah.
And it made it so much easier. 2 hands, simple.
Yeah.
Lending. We'll sum that up with lending hand.
Yes. If you have a gift of assembling things or a gift of handyman work, I guarantee a foster family could use that.
Come on, that's down on the list.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Simmer down, lady.
Well, you said it combined. Another one is writing encouraging notes. Just sending a foster family, a foster mom, a foster dad, a note to let them know.
I don't think I've ever gotten a note specifically from me. We
had a note left outside for us a couple months ago with the Dairy Queen gift card. That was really sweet.
I meant specific to me. Like we've had
well, okay, how
many
times have you written someone else an encouraging note? Yeah, right.
Well, for guys, it's a text message. Hey, fatty, you whatever. So
okay, but no, writing an encouraging note, that's meaningful. And honestly, our former nanny wrote encouraging notes to our big kids, and that was just as meaningful too. They both have them in their bedroom still. Yeah. So, I mean, who doesn't want to be lifted up?
She also wrote us a note when she resigned.
And put it on the refrigerator.
We love you, Clara. You know that. Yes. Encouraging notes. I would specifically say for foster moms, because I feel like they wear the emotion more. Yeah.
Jason said to me today, he is 2 full weekends in and 10 days into fully caregiving for all of our little people. But I feel like he was getting a little bit snippy with me today when I had him doing the 5 minutes of help I needed him to do for my PT exercises. And he got a little snippy, and I was like, what is your problem? He was like, I'm just tired of being needed by everyone all the time. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I zipped my mouth. I did good. I did not say anything.
Last night was the best I've slept too. Baby slept good last night.
But I say that to say, like, foster mamas, we see you. We know, for the most part, generalization here, but you're carrying the weight.
And some of the emotional weight.
Yes.
Some of the notes that I know you have received specific to you over our years have been some of the most meaningful and well-timed things you could have possibly received.
Yeah. If you have a nudge to send someone a note,
that one note you got during our first place, it might have kept us on foster care path.
Yeah.
We might have fallen off of it without that
Sometimes you're like, oh, wow, God's talking to me through this. Like, thank you for writing it when you felt the prompt to do so.
We've had people come take our laundry, clean it, bring it back. I'm right now, a group of women from Whitney's mom group at church is paying for a laundry service for us to help us get through this season where Whitney's recovering from surgery, and it is a huge blessing. So laundry, we've had people do our laundry. We've had people drop off groceries. I don't know if they guessed what we needed or if you told them what we needed. I don't know the details behind that, but I know groceries have shown up here that
it's been majority of the time, it's just been a guess and a surprise. I know when we took in one placement, another foster mom, she had got off work and went right to Meijer and purchased diapers, wipes, frozen food, like just kind of like stuff for the baby and then frozen meals for us. Like she knew, right? She knew, she got it, right?
I guess we should add to the groceries. We've had the Friend of Jesus now.
Yeah, the Costco packages. Yep.
Toilet paper. So I'm sure most of you have listened prior, but if not, twice now we've had a mystery person drop off giant Costco size things of toilet paper and paper towels to us. All the gift cards you could ever imagine.
For restaurants, for gas. We've had
activities.
We've received a gift card basket from a small group one year, and it was all for family fun activities.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it was so neat. And I mean, typically foster families have several kids, right? And large families, it's not cheap to do stuff, right? No. So it's really nice to have options with gift cards.
You've had coffee dropped off to you many a time.
Oh, the coffee is such a blessing.
The coffee.
Yes.
We got a list here, but I think we're going to go to lots of financial support. I bet we have been donated to us in the form, not like gift cards. We've already talked about gift cards, but it's in the thousands of dollars in gift cards people have given us over the years in food and gas and stuff. We've also had people in nonprofits just write us checks and say, here's some money, which is awesome because they trust us to steward it well. And just people, that's generous just to give somebody else money because they can't write it off as a donation, as a charity donation for taxes. They just give you money. That's awesome. That sums up a lot of the other bullet points there. How about you talk about that last bullet point, though, since that's been so neat for you to experience?
Yeah, one of the coolest blessings along the way, and I've mentioned it before, but the ethnic hair journey is exactly that, you guys. It's a journey, and I have learned so much along the way, but so many people, foster families, strangers that were just kind enough to talk to me, have come alongside me and taught me different things, given me advice, suggested products. And I will say it's a journey and different people have different opinions, right? Like for the longest time, I felt like it was a ping pong ball going back and forth. Like, well, this person said this and this person said the opposite and this person said this. Like you have to ultimately find out what works best for your child's hair. But being given the opportunity to have people walk alongside you and try to help you and share what they've learned along the way is also super invaluable. Even if it ends up not helping you, you feel seen. You know that they've been there too. You're not alone on this journey.
I'm a dummy. There's another thing we have to talk about. Somebody built a bedroom for us in our basement for free. I don't know why I was like, yeah, we summed it up. But we had a family, friends from ours at church. We've shared the details of the story before. We don't need to go into the details of how that came about. But essentially, God spoke to her heart before we knew we were getting a kiddo. Fast forward 3 months, we got that kiddo, and her and her husband run a contracting company, and they built a basement. They built a bedroom in our basement, so we could easily house these extra kids.
We need another one. I don't know.
We don't need is not the right word.
No,
it'd be super cool. Well, no, who would we put down there?
It wouldn't be in the basement. It would just. We need another house with more options of bedrooms.
We just have had not good luck with kids sharing. Nyla and Braden are doing good right now.
Yeah.
Sharing a room. Okay. They like to party together. And one other thing, sorry. We have had multiple, Whitney kind of talked about it, baskets of stuff dropped off for us, gift cards. I remember one summer they dropped off a July 4th.
Oh, that was so fun.
Basket,
it was
with fireworks,
marshmallow stuff. Yeah, like fun glasses.
Lots and lots of different activity
themed
baskets,
stuff, like a movie night themed basket, game night themed basket.
They're fun. They're really fun. I think one year we got a Christmas cookie basket where people, or maybe a Christmas basket.
Yeah, baking cookies. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I said we were done with ours. That wasn't done.
There's just, like we said, this is not exhaustive, and we can keep coming back to it forever.
We'll probably be done. We'll hit stop, and all of a sudden, we'll think of stuff. Now we're going to go through some ideas that the old internets threw at us to help you guys think of ways to serve foster families. Thing number 1, be an on-call yes person.
Who doesn't want to have a yes person, right? Just, hey, I'm in need. Hey, my wife just fell off a toddler chair and dislocated her elbow. I need someone to come up to my house at 5 a.m.
Theoretically.
To watch my kids who are all sleeping so I can take this idiot to the ER. That would never happen.
In theory.
Not speaking by personal experience.
And the husband who goes with wife to ER getting dirty looks from the nurses like he hurt his wife. I have no idea what that's like. But so being the on-call person, hugely helpful. But I would say one thing. If you do this for a family, ensure you have the capacity in your own life to do that. Yeah,
because it's a great thought, right? But you also know your own boundaries and limits, right? But I mean, if you have the opportunity, this would be maybe for an empty nester, or a young adult, right? With no family yet.
Without an active family. Because one of the worst things you can do is I can help you with it, and then
burn yourself
foster
out.
Family. No, the foster family calls and asks a couple times for you to be the on-call person. You say no because you can't do it because you're limiting capacity. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand your boundaries, like you were saying. Yeah,
but no, I mean, having someone available if they ever need prescriptions picked up or an errand run or just help around the house. If they can just text you and know that as long as you can, you'll say yes. What freedom in that, right? Knowing they can count on you.
100%. Another thing you can do is to create a first night placement kit. I love this idea. For a foster family, figure out what their age groups are and all that kind of stuff, but create a kit for a kiddo that would help them feel comforted in a first night in a new home.
Yeah, that's a really sweet idea. And then they're getting there and getting something that is truly theirs from day one. Jammies, underwear, stuffed animal, toothbrush, a handwritten note. I think I've shared before that I had a friend who was fostering, and her foster son was 10 or 11, and she gave him a toothbrush the first night. And he said, "What? This is just for me?" He had never had a toothbrush of his own. So that little stuff that you're like, oh yeah, that's no big deal. I can easily do that. That could make a huge difference in the life of a child, especially one whose world has just been rocked upside down.
Next idea, which I love, sponsor a biological family visit day. So this would look like probably for older kids when they go to visit their bio parents when they're in foster care, things to help that bio parent facilitate the visit, gas cards, snacks, just so that
even that family activity basket that we were talking about earlier, something like that, so that they can show up and have stuff and enjoy it with their kids. That's so meaningful.
a lot of times bio parents feel like everybody's against them. This would be a tremendous way to show, nope, we're for you. We want you to succeed. Here, we're trying to help you succeed.
Another one would be to offer to handle one weekly task, like mowing the lawn or being the trash Olympian of the house and taking out their trash.
They're not taking my title. No way.
Grocery shopping, or even, offering to DoorDash them a dinner if you can't do anything else, or Instacart them a grocery list. Like, hey, send me your grocery list. I'm going to get it shopped for and sent for you.
Clean a room.
Yeah.
Clean a room. Do gardening, weed pulling.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things, right?
Just think about what you have to do around your house on a weekly basis. And
wash someone's baseboards.
Wash their baseboards.
That's ultimate serving.
Wash the dust. The window, clean the windows.
Yeah, all those fingerprints. Whew.
As we said, Whitney specifically shared this, but again, write encouragement notes to foster parents.
Yeah, and I would say don't be generic. Be specific. Just like how they say to compliment our kids. Don't just say, hey, good job. Say, hey, I saw how you reacted when your sister lost her mind earlier. I really like
what are you talking about?
How you kept your cool and you stayed in your lane and you tried to encourage her even when she was upset. You did a really great job. Similar, right? Yeah. For foster parents too. If you can be specific, I see how you show up for kids that aren't yours. That really matters. And I really admire you. Something like that.
Yes, be specific
Not
if you
like
can,
good job
but
fostering.
Also good job, fosters. Congratulations. But where did I read about it? Somewhere there was a group of old ladies at a church that will go sit down and write notes to foster parents and people in the system. They're generic because they don't know who they are.
Right.
But also, if that's all you can do, that's better than nothing.
Yeah. Include an encouraging Bible verse. That will speak to people.
Some of you have a unique skill in writing encouraging notes. Yes. Utilize that skill.
Another fun idea is to provide childcare for biological kids. So not even necessarily childcare in the way that you're thinking of it, but a one-to-one night out, right? Like a fun night out, like a yes day for a biological kid. Like, hey, I want to spend the day with you and I want to do fun stuff. I want to take you to the zoo. If you want ice cream, we'll go get ice cream. If you want to go roller skating, we'll go roller skating. Like, I am committing my day to pouring into you.
It can be, or provide child care so that their parents can do that.
Yeah.
But I agree with Whitney. I think the great way is investing in that bio kid or the foster family's biological children directly, so they know other people love and care about them too, other than just their mom.
Yeah, but it goes both ways, because I know that our bio kids often feel like they don't get enough quality time with us as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Create a yes basket. Create a basket where the foster kiddo, it's a yes. They want something from that basket. Maybe say once a day you can have something from this basket, and it's an automatic yes. Snack, simple toys, simple activities. Don't put paints. People love to give like paint stuff to families, and it's really sweet. It's well intended.
Toddlers.
But toddlers.
Jason's twitching.
It creates work. It's so well intended, but it creates work for us, right? Because our toddler right now, she's hell on wheels and she'll paint the whole house. So
a great idea, if you have expendable income that you want to bless a foster family, offer to sponsor a camp or cover extracurricular costs, sports fees, dance classes, school trips, the back to school shopping supply list. All of that adds up. And the bigger the family, the more the expenses, right? So anything that you can do to help bless a foster family with those kinds of things, or so that a foster child can participate in extracurricular activities just as much as any other kid in the house. If expenses are really that much of a barrier, go for it.
Yeah, covering any of those extra costs is so helpful. Even like not just covering the cost, if you have the capacity to take one of the kids back to school shopping, that is so much fun.
How fun,
for
yeah.
Like elementary age, I don't think middle school kids and up care.
Lainey likes it. I mean, I liked it as a middle school girl too. Like middle school girls like it.
Yeah, it has to be the right age, but yeah, that's a blast for them. Another one that I've heard now 2 or 3 times recently is offer court day support. Court is super emotionally draining, and just be there for the people going through it. Like Whitney, I'll let you share. Like, how would having somebody just be there with you for those days, how would that settle?
You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel supported. I mean, typically in court, it's usually, especially if it's an in-person hearing, it's usually one parent going because, hey, there's still kids, right? So one parent going to court by themselves up against a whole lot of potential animosity because you're the bad guy, right? And you don't know what the outcome's going to be. Even to have that emotional support once whatever is decided upon is decided, it matters. Having that person just to put an arm around you and say, I'm here for you. Even honestly, virtual courts, when we've had our agency caseworker, she's there with me online, but she's texting me like, are you okay? Are you okay after hearing that? Like, I've had people do that too. Like, I could see your face. I know that really upset you. Are you doing okay? And then calling me afterwards, right? So having that support definitely helps.
We've kind of shared the examples in our life. A transportation partner, especially for larger families that have kids in different schools, offering to move a kid one way or an appointment, take to therapy, school drop-offs, like we said, that's what one of our best friends has helped us with a lot this year. Taking them to practice after school, taking them to trail life, Boy Scouts, whatever. That's a huge help. Another
fun idea is to chip in with other people and hire or organize a cleaning day for a foster family, perhaps after a placement change, like after a transition, but really at any point to prepare for a new placement in the midst of chaos, right? Like, there's never a bad time to clean your home. So some kind of support like that could go a long way.
That cleaning, like if you're a part of a small group or whatever, having everybody chip in to help provide for a cleaning service for a foster home like once a month would be just incredible for that.
I love what one of our former guests on our podcast said. She talked about having a bunch of small group high schoolers come during the church's monthly foster parent support group and having the high schoolers go out and clean out minivans and cars of foster families while the foster parents are meeting and being poured into.
That's a great idea. I must have missed that.
Isn't that a great idea?
That's so good. Celebrate hard days. As Whitney has shared, ice cream.
Ice cream makes everything better.
Ice cream, encouraging notes, and flowers.
And pizza for kids.
And pizza for kids. I don't know what dads get. I guess ice cream.
You get all of it. You eat the pizza and the ice cream.
Yeah, fair point. Build relationships with caseworkers.
Oh, yes.
Like allow them to be, this is kind of a segue, or
you'll hear more about this very soon.
Next week. But those caseworkers get overlooked. They get
undervalued.
They
overworked.
get they're treated poorly. If you can just take a time to support caseworkers, big deal.
Yeah, or support the office that they work in. I know I've been a part of groups before that have really helped create a waiting room area for children waiting for placement, providing used books and toys and puzzles, gently used things, but so kids aren't just sitting at a sterile office once they're removed. There's a place for them to go. You can make little like snack bags for kids that are waiting, because who doesn't love snack bags?
Comfort bags, yeah.
Right, yeah.
If you have other professional skills, tutoring, computer skills, photography, whatever, haircuts, whatever your skill set is, whatever talents you have, offer that up.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think that is a good enough list for now. I want to end with...
I want to say one more.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's each do one more.
Tie it all with a bow.
Yeah, let's each do one more.
My biggest advice when it comes to serving foster families is just to stay. Stay the course for them. Don't disappear after that new placement excitement
That new placement smell wears off.
There's a new baby, right? Like, stay with them, because the foster care journey is such an emotional roller coaster, and they need you. They need people in their corner. Those caseworkers need you too.
My last one, and this is a bigger one, I would challenge to say, talk with your local church and start the momentum towards building a foster and adoption ministry. Because in my experience, people want to help. Sometimes they're uncomfortable asking how, who, what, all those weird nuances that come with fostering. People are just uncomfortable with, which I understand. However, if there's a simple place they can go and be like, I'm here, what needs done? And it's kind of the scaffolding for it's already built, easy to fill.
Yeah, if you think bigger scale like that, you can serve so many more families over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, you guys, that wraps up. Never mind.
Whitney doesn't know how to read the notes. Before Whitney does her, okay, guys.
Well, we have babies crying.
That's okay. Of course there's babies crying in our house. For you listening, non-foster parents, I'm going to challenge you. Pick one thing from this list this week that we made. Pick one, just one, and go do it for your local foster family. Okay, now you can go.
And until next time, keep dreaming small.
Thank you for listening to the Dream Small podcast. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please tap that follow button and leave us a review. It helps other people find my mom and dad's show. If you're on Spotify, please give my parents a follow and a 5-star rating. And wherever you listen, don't forget to share the show with a friend who needs a little encouragement today. You can also follow us on social media to stay in the loop. Instagram at Dream Small Podcast, Facebook Dream Small Podcast, Twitter or X at Dream Small Show, or email us anytime at dreamsmallpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you, and remember, just dream small. See you next time.